Hi, so I'm Labre, and I want to take a moment to just introduce myself so you can get to know me a little bit better. I'm 42, mother of three. My husband is actually dealing with a chronic illness. He was diagnosed in 2007, and that really it changed things for us. It moved us from being in a position where we just sold our home and had access to a good amount of money for all the projects that we wanted to do, and our youngest daughter was 7 weeks old, and suddenly he was in the hospital for 7 months, and then reality changed. And I had really been the primary breadwinner up until that point, but then really everything fell to my shoulders. My job has been as a banker for over 20 years, so I actually help people figure out their finances and work with their budgets and make sure that they're properly on the path to success financially. I work with a lot of business owners, very wealthy clients, and really we take a look at different strategies that they can use to basically live their lives the way that they want to for themselves and for their kids, and to achieve the various goals that they have. Everything fitting very carefully together. And part of that was requiring me to work as a mobile banker, which means that most of my clients were actually pulled from outside of the branch network. So most of my work was to go out, create, and maintain relationships in a network. In 2014, we met up with a friend of ours, actually in a bank lineup of all places, and we had a long talk. He had something that he felt that would really change our lives, and we listened. Not right away. Being a little bit cautious when you have certain challenges in your life, you tend to want to research or understand things a little bit better before you take that type of leap. And so in August of that year, a few months later, we finally decided to do something about it. Within a few days, the modifications that we'd made, the products we were taking, had taken my husband from a point where he couldn't lift his laptop bag and put it on his shoulder to being able to help him actually, oddly enough, carry a couch into the house. With me screaming at him the entire time because I was really expecting that he'd probably drop it due to his illness. It was not something he'd been able to do since before his diagnosis and hospitalization. So, as I said, a lot of our reality had changed. Everything had been pretty much on my shoulders. Dealing with 3 kids that were growing up, all of the different challenges that we had and all of the things that we wanted them to be able to accomplish. And we successfully to a certain extent, but it certainly took a financial toll, even though we had certain insurances and protections in place. So I became a lot like a single mom, even though I was still married. So actually, once my husband started to get better, we started to really look at the business side of what we do. And I started to think about all the things that I really wanted to do, because my job that I had once loved had really just become a paycheck. And this past year, I actually got my email saying, congratulations on hitting 20 years. And I'm looking at it, I opened it up and I started to cry. Not because I was excited, not because I thought, wow, isn't that special, but really because it was a generic email with click here, pick your recognition, and congratulations for hitting 20 years, and a form letter opens up. And it was like, wow, I mean, in my job as a banker, I know that most of my clients will never work at the same employer for 20 years. I know that most of them are changing to contract base with the loss of a lot of benefits. I've got contacts that are coming in from out of the country where there's no pensions, no medical benefits, really no options for them as far as protections are concerned. And so employers really hold all the cards. So I looked at the business side because I really could see what was going on, and I knew that I could help create money by adjusting a budget. But with all of the changes that have happened economically since 2008, a lot of those options are actually gone. Federal guidelines in Canada and other countries have become much more restrictive, and it's actually harder to lend money to people today. Not because a bank doesn't want to make profit, but literally because it's more complicated. It's not as flexible. So if I have a client who's carrying $30,000 or $40,000 in debt on a credit card, I can't just simply put that into a mortgage or find a regular loan to drop the interest rate lower and to make more reasonable payments for that client. It's not necessarily something I'm able to do. So if I can find a way to help them create income, because they're not getting a raise at work, or they've lost their bonuses, or the pay structure hasn't gone up, or they haven't had a raise in, I don't know, a while, that's something that I really wanted to do. So I loved the idea of being able to help inspire people to look at their options around them, not just simply take it for granted that when the doctor tells you to take this, that maybe that's not the right option for you. That maybe there are other things out there that in addition can help you get better faster, and that your body can do wonderful things if it has the right tools, and that you can do wonderful things for yourself financially if you take action. So really, my blog is all about sharing tips and tools to hopefully inspire you to do something. And in some cases, that will mean you want to work with me. And I absolutely love working with my teams. I have people that I work with internationally, and we create opportunities of significance. I mean, the annual income for some people in certain places is nothing, really nothing. Their work options are limited. Their health options are limited. And so being able to give somebody something real, something they can do something about, is amazing. Not only because of the financial benefits to me, but honestly the financial benefits to them. And seeing them succeed, helping to train them, coach them, give them out-of-the-box tools is honestly, it's priceless. So I love doing my job. Helping people financially, helping people develop marketing tools, because my background is business. I have a background in looking at numbers. I've been looking at health issues since 2007, so a few years now. And really, there are a lot of really interesting options out there for you to create income streams for yourself, whether it's through doing a blog, whether it's through upping your game and being more aggressive in your marketing strategy for your home business, whether it is starting your own home business. It's about really waking up. Wake up. There are options for you. There are things that you need to look at. And that's what I'm there for. It's to inspire you to no longer just complain about the discomfort you live in. It's to step up, look outside of the box, and find something and actually do something about it. And that I'm there and other people are there to support you succeed. We want you to succeed, because success is defined by each of us very differently. And success for you might just simply be getting your car paid every month. It might be putting your kid through school, might be getting that one trip that you want to do, and all of the tax advantages that come along with that. But the fact is that there is no success without you. You need to actually do something. You need to make some sort of action. And so you know what? That's what I'm all about. Taking charge and no longer sucking it up. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And I look forward to continuing our conversation and for sharing. Thank you for coming and looking at my blogs, and I hope that they inspire you. And I look forward to hearing from you. When you have a moment, send me an email, because your conversational piece may be what I write about next in my next blog. Thank you.